I have not really been vocal. I have just been factual. See what happened, if you remember, somewhere in mid of April, we were having severe power shortages because of incoming power issues. And in that, when Mr. Davlikar took over as power minister, he actually went out of his way to help us, get the additional power, but with the industry supporting him in terms of paying for that additional power. But he really helped us in by working overtime, both he and the chief electrical engineer. Now, in the beginning, at that point of time, some of the industry stakeholders had a resistance to why we should pay extra. It's a government's responsibility. But somehow Kochkar and all of us managed to convince them, and everyone came on board. But unfortunately, if you see in the last 1.5 month, what has happened is, the incoming power problem is solved. But now there are constant daily shutdowns. Even here now in Sankwal, Verna, every now and then I get calls. But what is the reason? There's a shutdown. 4-5 shutdowns a day. Now people think like, why should we pay extra? They feel cheated. Now this is not related to incoming power. It is the quality of infrastructure. And coincidentally, just before Mr. Davlikar took over, we as Verna Industries Association had given a representation to the Power Secretary, on improving the infrastructure at Verna. Now if you see at Verna, we've got 3 major transformers, 40, 40 and 50, which makes it 110 MVA. Now, and they are nearly 20 plus odd years old. Now they are running at practically 80%, which is full. Now if God forbid something goes wrong, and one of the transformers fails, we are dead. Actually dead, because Verna caters to Zuari Nagar and Vasco. So which means whole of Vasco will go down. So now what will happen? Then there's nothing happening in getting a new transformer. But just yesterday or day before, I heard that finally the government has tendered for refurbishment of a old transformer they had in Pibin for putting as a backup in Verna. But that again will take at least 2 to 3 months. So till then what happens? Is a question mark. Definitely we need a better quality and more power. But there are different ways to do it. I think Kochkar, I have not gone into the details, but Kochkar had suggested to them of using the old line without destroying much of the forest area, which is a good solution. Now another thing which the government is doing and probably can do is promote a lot of renewable energy. Jeddah has got a lot of incentives going on. So if they do, that's what, if Jeddah Power Department all mixed together, they make a holistic plan, Goa can come out of it.
So tapping solar energy is the next.
It is very good option. It's a viable option. Because again, indirectly what happens, though we say power, finally power generated through thermal. Thermal means coal. So for the environment it is not good in the end. So only thermal, only solar, then renewable energies, hydro. These are actually the ways you can conserve the environment.
Options like solar, windmill or all that.
Windmill may not help in Goa, but solar can definitely help.
Thanks.
Machine. This constant frequent outages is costing us severely in terms of cards and electronics, and they're all imported infrastructure. So again, it's kind of affecting.
Pradeep, being a Goan at heart and being a very renowned industrialist, what is your suggestion to the government? What do you think is the solution for this?
See, it's a very, for me to say it is very simple, but the government has a lot of work on hand. See, they have to do a holistic outline plan for the whole of Goa. The kind of load that is envisaged. Of course, somebody will say, no, but the people are resenting the new line coming in from Tanmar project, and the new line coming from the Tanmar project, etc. is causing problems. So how will the government support? But if they do a holistic plan on what is the current load, what is the envisaged load, and do a proper distribution network frame, they can definitely do a better job.
थोड़े दिस पड़बा तो अपार्ट
But you see, we are paying extra for getting good quality incoming power. That the government has solved. We can't take, it's a two-pronged decision. That the government has solved. But problem is the distribution infrastructure is not supporting it. So finally, is it worthwhile? Now I've been getting calls saying that earlier it was better. In the sense, at least the outages were planned. They used to say, okay, tonight 6 to 11 there won't be power. Now it is just suddenly it goes off. So what happens? People in the continuous process industry can't even plan. So their whole production, everything goes goes for a toss. It's loss of material, loss of customer delivery, and as it is, the economy is just coming back onto tracks after COVID. It's a questionable structure. Like